Right. Hello, people. Hopefully you can hear me. 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 Right. Okay, let's get this show on the road. What we've got here is the DA62 in Microsoft Flight Simulator. We're busy trying to get Skypark up and running, and it is. So once it gets up and doing, what we're going to be doing here is right. Hopefully you can see that. We're going to be going from 9CA72, which is Harris River Branch, River Ranch should I say, and we're going to be going to L62 in California in the United States. Feminine products we're going to be taking, whatever that is, I hate to think, but that's where we're going to be going. With any luck, if I get this other screen up, if I bring up Sky Vector, which isn't playing ball right now. Okay, here we go. This mod. Okay, if I drag the right one around. Don't you just love it when our plan comes together? This is where we'll be going. So starting up here, this is Harris River Ranch there. We'll be coming down, virtually straight down due, more or less due east, due south, down to VOR EHF, and then heading sort of west south, sorry, east southeast-ish over to Elk Hills. So that's what we're intending to do today. The closest weather station that we can find is Fresno, and if we're looking at the things, we've got wind from 210 degrees at 4 knots, so we're going to be taking off to the east, and we've got broken 20,000 feet, and so we're well inside the specs for VFR. We're going to be going down this way, so we've got Bakersfield, wind's calm, they're fully clear, so we're looking at absolutely no problems flying in. So that's the general idea. So let's begin this. Let's load our feminine products. So while that's doing, let's get some power. Okay, we don't want that, we want that. So master on, off, brakes are set. Okay, engine master for the left is on, and we'll start. Helps. Fuel is on, fuel is on. Do it the easy way. If in doubt, cheat. That's what I say. If in doubt, cheat. That's what I say. So we're here. Runway's behind us. Big hill over to the south, and so what we want, basically what we're going to do is turn around, backtrack, take off in this direction. That's the intention. Whether it works like that is another matter entirely, but that's the intention. So we're here. Runway's behind us. Big hill over to the south, and so basically what we're going to do is turn around, backtrack, take off in this direction. That's the intention. Give it a bit of push. Like that is another matter entirely, but that's the intention. So we're here. So I turned round. There's the runways behind us. Runway. Lovely day for a bit of VFR flying. So basically what we're going to do is turn around, backtrack, take off in this direction. Actually, I tell a lie. We're heading in the right direction for a takeoff. So let's have a. Let's give it straighten up a little bit. There's the. There we go. Lovely day for a bit of VFR flying. Right, brakes on. Flaps down 1. Actually, strobe is on, position lights are on for a takeoff. So let's have a... Do we want the landing lights on? Yeah, let's have the landing lights on. Straighten up a little bit. Right. Give it a bit of chat. There we go. Right, brakes on. Flaps full whack. Need a bit of position lights. Okay, let's rotate speed. Give it a bit of chat. Gear up. Flaps up. Nose up. Okay, let's rotate speed. Okay, let's turn onto course. Gear up. Flaps up. Nose up. Okay, let's rotate speed. Okay, let's turn onto course. For about 3,500 feet. That should do us nicely. Nice steady climb at the moment. That's a good idea. Best switch the pitot seats on. About 3,500 feet. That should do us nicely. Nice steady climb at the moment. That's a good idea. Let's switch the pitot seats on. Right. To course now, slowly. Okay, let's start levelling off. Bring the power back to about 71, 72. That'll do nicely. Now slowly. Okay, let's start leveling a bit too much. Power back to about 71, 70 down. Do nicely. can see, it's quite misty outside. Trying to trim this thing. As you can see, it's quite misty outside. Okay, so we've got it more or less under control now. We hope. It says here on the tin to trim this thing. Right, now it's playing the game. As you can see, it's quite misty outside. Okay, so we've got it more or less under control now. We hope. It says here on the tin to trim this thing. So we've got this here. So if I come out of here for a minute and go to Yo Flight, let's see what we're doing right now. Right, now it's playing the game. As you can see, this bit here is our height, and it's more or less flat all the way across. We're off to the left a little bit. So I need to. So we got this here. So if I come out of here for a minute and go to Yo Flight. Let's see what we're doing right now. Now it's playing the game. As you can see, this bit here is our height, and it's more or less flat all the way across. So we're actually going to be going from here. This is a straight line to line, but what we're going to be doing is from here to around about there, around near Bakersfield, and then straight across. And we'll probably be using coming in on runway 11 at 62, and we'll take it from there. So that's the intentions. I'll have that on my other. So we're actually going to be going from here. This is a straight line to line, but what we're going to be doing is from here to around about there, near Bakersfield, and then straight across. And we'll probably be using coming in like getting a bit too low at 62. We'll take it from there. So that's the intentions. Still not playing the game with the trip. Get a bit too low. 62. So that's the intentions. Playing the game with the trip. So we won't be playing on nav mode. Let's get up to 3,500. Go. There's out. Nav mode. Let's get up to 3,500.
Engaging autopilot.
There we go. Okay, AP isn't, autopilot isn't playing, so we'll switch that off. Oh, that's the app. Okay, now it's playing. So we're happy Teddy does now. So as I say, it's more or less sorted line now. Playing. So switch that off. So if we go outside. Okay, now it's playing. So this is all California grassland. Well, farming land. This is where all your wine comes from. We're going over Visala, I think it is, at the moment. Let's get the other. So as I say, it's more or less sorted line now. Yes, this is Visalia. Okay, now it's playing. This is a nice thing about Microsoft Flight Simulator is the POR labels. We're going over Visala, I think it is, at the moment. Assuming the weather is accurate, yes. It's a lovely morning in California. Snow-capped mountains over to the west. That's the Rockies, or part of the Rockies. So the planes, other planes going overhead. This is a nice thing about Microsoft Flight Simulator is the POR labels. So I'm not sure who they are. The weather is accurate. It's a lovely morning in California. Snow-capped mountains over to the west. That's the Rockies, or part of the Rockies. So the planes, other planes going overhead. This is a nice thing about Microsoft Flight Simulator is the See, Exeter isn't the only place in the. There's at least one extra Exeter, not just the one down in Devon. And who's that? So we've got some guy going overhead. Airliner of some kind, I would imagine. And let's go into the co-pilot's seat. Heading 10 is in a B350. That's Beechcraft King Air. It's over there. It looks as though it's descending into one aircraft over there. 20N, is that one of the 320s? Yeah, 30,000 feet, yeah, that's that'll be another airliner. And let's go into the C. Heading 10 is in a B350, that's Beechcraft King Air. There, it looks as though he's descending into one aircraft over there. A20N, is that one of the 320s? Lovely day, bit hazy, 30,000 feet, yeah, that's that'll be another airliner. Heading 10 is in a B350, that's Beechcraft King Air. There, it looks as though he's descending into right, seems we're getting a bit of a echo around with the audio, as I have this thing open, the YouTube channel. I was just checking what's streaming, so I think we're getting just a continuous loop over what we were. That's my fault entirely. Perhaps. I should monitor on a different That's my fault entirely. Perhaps. Okay. So we're still coming through. Let's see if we can change the size of this a little bit. No, it just seems like we can't. We can do everything but. Here we go. That's a bit better. Well, it's a bit better apart from the fact that we want that and not that. So we've got about 17, probably a little bit longer than 17 minutes to go. All in told. 410 over there in a Cessna Skyvan. But one thing I have done is I've put my Navigraph account onto here, so we've actually got Navigraph inside the cockpit, which is nice. Apart from that, okay. Let's unload that. Let's go onto the world map. Let's close that down. So we're quite happily going along here with just in between California highways CA99 and 65. So if I go put that across there, we should be able to see, in theory, yeah, there's CA65 just along there, in between all the vineyards and the wheat fields. And probably in the wrong side of the things. If I shift this out of the way and we get a bit of an external view. Yep, there's CA99 straight across there, which means that there is Early Mart. I think that's how you pronounce it, Early Mart. Have Delano over there. That, by the looks of it, is Richgrove. So if you're going to be flying in real life, today is the kind of day you want to be flying. Looks like it's just me on another monitor monitoring this that's looking at the live stream at the moment, so I'm probably just talking to myself. There was a second person quickly popped in, didn't say hello. Shame, really. So we have Rich go over there. And Delano over on our right. Numpsy buggering off over towards the Pacific by the looks of it. 777-300 in front of us, Hymno Trader, 18,000 feet and climbing. It's probably coming out of LAX. Maybe heading inland, not sure. Oh, car spotter 13. On the ground by the looks of it, somewhere over in the far distance. We're way past heading. It's a nice little twin, this is, even for a default aircraft. It's a shame they don't do the got the DA-42 or something like that. That'd be thanks. I keep thinking about getting the Seneca. Seneca from Coronado is a different twin. I like my twins. Sorry about that. It's early days on the Twin Otter that's just come up from Aerosoft. Probably be getting that at some stage, doing something with that in the near future, depending on what we're doing. Should have switched those off a long time ago. Oh, getting a bit of a haze up ahead. It's going to make landing possibly interesting. Coming up for our right turn soon. Right, let's have a go. Look at this. We've got a few people coming up over on our left hand side. Let's go outside, let's have a look at them. Lovely hazy day. Quite a few people over there. So we're about to make our right turn, which is over there. We've got about 20 nautical miles to go, which at this speed about 15 minutes or so, a little under 15 minutes. So we're going to Elk Hills. That's at a elevation of 326 feet, and it is, as I say, we're intending to use 110 as it currently stands, mainly due to the weather. Variable calm 3 knots now, which is at Bakersfield by the looks of it. It's the closest one I can see. Anyway, at this stage in the flight, we're going to have to start thinking about getting down, especially at this speed. So let's take the autopilot off. Straighten everything up. Losing a little bit of height. So, like all good airplanes, if you want to keep the speed up but lose the height, you back off the motors. So 395, we're looking about 1500 feet. If we intended to go into 10, we want to be off to the north of the airfield, so keep that round a bit. Still coming down. So we're below 3,000 feet above ADL at the moment, so we can more or less go at any height that we want to go. So I'll come down to 2,000 feet initially. Off on our nose somewhere we've got Button Willow coming up, which is one of the towns that this just off the nose there, just going underneath the screen. Slowing down a little bit. So we're more or less on top of it now. Should be over to our left somewhere. I know what it's supposed to look like, but I can't see it. Is that it down there? Let's get the speed off a bit. In fact, let's get the speed off a lot. So if we follow this road and this river, There it is there. Okay.
Check gear.
Let's get the gear down. Get some speed off. And we're more or less set up for a straight in. Let's get that down.
$500.
Okay. Landing flaps. Gear down. Plenty of fuel. Little high. It's okay, a little to the left. Coming on nicely for that. Terrible landing. Short of the runway. But we're down. That's the main thing. Okay, off the runway. That looks like the FBO there. Don't know who he is. Pick a spot, any spot. Right. Stay gear on. Strobe can come off. Position lights off. Master off. Master off. AV master, pitot heats off. Okay, so we're in a position to hand our thing in. Now we've finished. So if we go over to conduit. Okay, so we're here with things to do. We've parked the aircraft. All we have to do now is delivering. Wait our 12 seconds while everything gets taken off. There we go. So we've completed another contract. Okay, so let's have a look what we got here. We're at L62. Let's see what we've got. So we can go down this one, which is Valvoline motor oil. So we could do that one, or we could do that one. which is more or less the way we've come from. We can do that one, which is a nice little short one, 102 nautical miles. I-19, which is a fairly long one, 350 nautical miles. That'll take us a couple of hours. I don't particularly want to do that. So how about we head ourselves down to okay, 166 miles. That'll take us about an hour to do. Okay, Valvoline oil, motor things to Bob Max. Okay, so we've got until the 7th of March to do this. No fees because we're already at the starting point. It'll give us 101 XP and it'll give us a few extra karma points as well. So we'll do this one. Highest obstacle 6,100 feet, so we're probably going to be going up to about 8,500 and being able to do this. So we'll do that. Okay, let's clear those. Ready to go. So let's begin. Right, we're on the runway, we're on the things, let's load some. There, so we're loaded up. Let's check our weights and balances. Let's get a little bit of extra fuel. We're on 32% fuel. We're max payload. Okay, our fuel is 175. Put a bit more fuel in, so we're okay. So we easily get to where we're going. Right. Let's see if we get to start this up. Fuel switch pump. Fuel switch pump. Master on. Master on. ECS to auto. Auto. Okay. Bit of gas. We got one good start. Looks like a good start to me. Let's try the other one. Position lights is on, taxi light is on. Both alternators are on, so we're good for wiggly amps. So let's have a quick look outside. So there's a little bit of a wind, it's a crosswind, so it doesn't matter either way. We're going to the south, so we might as well use 11 again. Runway 11. So we're going to be doing a backtrack that way and then back and take off. is good. Okay. So let's go to co-pilot switch while we're down here. So we're going to be going direct. That's what we want. We want to be going to direct to where we're going. That's a good question. KOKB. Wait. Okay. KO. KOKB. That's where we want to go. So enter on that. Activate, enter. So that's a direct to KOKB. So we're happy for that. Let's get back into the pilot seat. Right. Brake off. So setting our speed, height for 8,000, target height for 8,500. As we go down this marvellous little so let's do 180. Let's get the landing lights on. up and get the chats. Some chat. Okay, speed is alive. Last rotate speed. Let's get the nose up. That's the gear up. Flaps up. Okay. Best on turn onto course a bit. We've got a wind from the left hand side, so that should help blow us on course. Let's go there. Belt off. So, concentrating a little bit. We're well into the air, so we can switch the landing lights off now. Didn't put the strobes on. Taxis can come off. Happily climbing. So we've got the G1000, the in-game, so the in view, so we can see what to expect in front of us. There's a really great big mountain in front of us. That should top off at around about 6,100 feet, so we're getting more or less on top of that now. We're going to go up to 8,500. That'll keep, hopefully, that'll keep us out of any trouble. And we're more or less on track. Wind has changed, now it's 11 knots, more or less on the nose. So if anything we're going to have to turn slightly to the left, so slightly to the right of track, just to keep us on. Okay, we're above our highest point on the route now, well above it. Everything looking okay. Got Dan Delta Dan. Some silly names here. He's in an FA-18. I'm sure we'll get buzzed by him. Have done. I think we've been buzzed by him in the past. Okay, 1,000 to go. That's 500 to go. Oh, he's zooming up into the air, so he's probably not going to come anywhere near us. Oh no, now he's going down. Okay. 8,400. Start levelling off. Take us down to cruise 71-ish%. Start trimming nose down. Speed's climbing nicely. Let's get the autopilot on.
Engaging autopilot.
Nav is on. Alt is on. We're happy, Teddy. So if we bring this up, so we're on our way to KOKB, EO flight. That's what we've got. So these are the mountains we're going across. A few of them. We'll be going across Los Angeles as well. So by the looks of it, all these aircraft here in front of us are going in and out of Los Angeles, LAX. That point there that we got there, I think is about 8,100 feet. So this is going to be interesting. But once we get over that, that little hump, it'll be plain sailing all the way. Getting a little bit of buffeting now. Let's go, if we go to external. A lot of people have a few bad things to say about Microsoft Flight Simulator, but you got to admit, this is absolutely gorgeous. See, even in California you get snow at this time of the year in the mountains. Whether there's any skiing going on over there is another matter entirely, but so these roads, you can just imagine driving along them, can't you? Makes you wonder where they're actually going to. this road comes straight up that valley by the looks of it. How far up that valley is another matter entirely, but that looks like where it's going. Here it looks somebody overhead. Don't know who that is. What does it say? Now we're over the mountains. They're nowhere near as bad as I thought they were going to be. This definitely looks as though it's over in and around LAX, but we're not going there. Oh, hello, Jonathan. Yes, matey. Thank you for joining. Yes, we're live. Hope you can hear me. Just done one section. Yes. Good. That's good to see. Right. Yeah, we're still live. We've just done one leg. We've gone from L62. Sorry, I tell a lie. We've travelled from 9CA7, which is Hawker's Ranch, if I remember right, over to L62, taking feminine products from there over to Elk Hills Button Willow, and now we've left Button Willow and we're off to Maxwell Memorial at Oceanside down in California. what we're doing there, more or less. So that's L62, just outside Bakersfield, going down to KOKB. Is the just out of interest, I lose sound from the simulator when I go on to something else. I'm just wondering if you lose sound as well. Yes, Microsoft Flight Simulator is pretty good. I was just commentating on that before you joined us up. So if I go out to external view, this is the California hills. It's the hills separating Northern California from Southern California. We've just gone over them at the moment, travelling at 8,000 feet. Sort of big lake there, no idea what it's called. If I went on to Sky Vector, I'd be able to tell you what it is. Possibly, perhaps, maybe. That looks like Pyramid Lake. Okay, so it's the same for you as it is for me. Right, that's okay then. I'll have to do something about that. That's for another time though. This is why I'm waiting for the PMD G737 to turn out in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Purely because of this. I know you're not going to see much of it in 30-odd thousand feet, but even so. So this is the default DA60 we're in at the moment. In the Crucible livery. Excellent livery. I think it is anyway. Okay, I'll have to do that. But then again, I've got a second monitor and I'm looking at the chat window from OBS on that side as well. So have you seen the Sky Park app at all? This is Sky Park. So if I come out to here, it's a two-parter. It's got the transponder which talks to the whichever flight sim you've got it open, and then you've got this thing here. I never really worry about the role play, but initially you got the contracts. So if we open this is where we were originally. That's where we are now. So if I go clear that out. So we've got no filters. So these are all the routes that are available to me. These are various jobs going around the place. So I'm on a so it's a way of saying, right, I'm here. I like it because it's a case of you saying, right, I'm here. Where can I go today? I've got a reason for going there now because I'm going on through this. So it's basically various contracts to go through. So you've got things. So if we have a look at this one, for example, it's going from CL35 to Lima Oscar Oscar. So you're taking gasket seals from Warner Springs. If we go, it's 122 nautical miles and expires in 4 hours, and you'll get 558 virtual dollars for it. So if we go on to the details here, so it tells you there what's going on, expires in 4 hours, etc. How much XP you get for it. It's an XP system. The bigger the level, the better the jobs contracts really. So I'll give you an idea of how high you've got to travel, and I'll give you a list of to-dos, and this is constructs if you want, and okay, so this is sort of an idea of what kind of fees you'd have to pay to start off with. So in this case, if I was going to do this one, I'd be paying fees of $3 to get to the start point C35, and I'd get $550 out of it, etc., etc. So, but we're doing another one. So if I come out of here, if we go into conduit, this is it'll have all the contracts that I've done so far. So we go completed. We've done all these so far. I haven't done many. I have actually failed one, UK Port one, but in my defence, it was a case of it wouldn't. There was something wrong with the system. It wouldn't take the landing properly. So we've started it. We've gone through. As I say, we're travelling to KOKB, Bob Maxwell Memorial. So once we get there, we'll be parking up, drop off the Valvoline, and then it'll be complete. So you have a bit of a planning. It's not much of a planning thing. So what we're getting is a live show now. So that's the sort of side on the heights that we've been going over. So we're more or less there. We've still got a little bit of a hump to go past. That's this ridge here, by the looks of it. So we're going over Burbank, Glendale, Los Angeles, and then carrying on into the system. So we can keep an eye on what we're doing there. I enjoy it. It's made by Parallel 42, and it's as far as I'm aware, you can only get it through the Orbex Central from Orbex. So it's the same people who do the 737 immersions and chase plane viewer sort of thing. Used to be called Old Prop Solutions. You know them? It's these. It's good. I enjoy it. As I say, it gives me a reason for GA stuff while we're prattling about with waiting for things. Now we can go around and enjoy all this glorious sights. And how can you not enjoy a flight sim that looks like this? We're on live traffic at the moment. Well, I want to say but live traffic, so it's all the pilots, live pilots. All these are other people using the flight simulator right now. So we've got a 320 over there, 330 over there, another A20. So these are all the people coming in and out of LAX. There's a small GA plane over there. I must admit I do like adults. Okay, so we've got Burger 33, whoever he is. He's got an F-18 over there. So it's decent. Bob Hope International Airport down there. Looks like he's landing, whoever he is. Van Nuys Airport over there. Stonehurst looks like a town of Stonehurst. Bit of a quarry. And the great thing is, if you were in a real Diamond Twin Star doing this exact same flight, this is exactly what you'd be seeing if you looked out the window. It's KW5940 over there. That must be a live traffic. An actual aircraft. Maybe. Yes, but as I say, it's a case of you don't really do much in the way of GA flying, do you? So it's probably not that useful to you, but I like it. As I say, it gives me a reason to fly. Los Angeles over there. City of Los Angeles. Photogrammetry coming in slowly. Let's try a slightly different angle so we don't get the sunlight. So have you got that new house yet, or are you still waiting on a decision? In fact, once I land this, I'll join you on Discord, assuming you're still there. Actually, you'll like this. Not a lot, but you'll like it. Pardon me. Navigraph in-game. In Microsoft Flight Simulator. Oh yes. So if you do have Navigraph, it's all here for you. Actually inside. At least in... Shame it's a caravan, but at least it's better than nothing. Yes, so if you've got a Navigraph account, you can download that straight away. It's Navdata, if I remember right. The thing you're looking for. That'll go into Microsoft Flight Simulator, keep it updated with the latest AirAx, and put that into the system. Well, it will be when 73 the PMDG finally get their arse in gear. Oofed. What did I miss? Right, so another 20 minutes, and we're being close to where we're going. Well, they've already, no, it was just Britain that banned Aeroflot, wasn't it? EU's doing this as well now, are they? But yes, USA will be next. A lot of what the USA's, from what I've seen, United States is basically waiting for the EU. Once the EU get their backside in gear and decide what they're going to do, then the United States is probably going to follow suit. But as from what's been said, the Biden administration has basically taken the stance that as Europe is going to be, EU is going to be the most affected by all this stuff, then it's then the USA will follow suit and more or less do the same thing. What we've got to do now is get China to join in, but that won't happen. Okay, we're just going ahead over Fullerton. So 18 minutes at this speed. That's a lot of height we got to lose. So let's just switch the autopilot off. Get it something like this, and let's pull the power back a bit. Okay, let's get it. Need to get into landing mentality. Yes, definitely. Turkey's seems to be showing everybody how it's done at the moment. Okay, we're not using in-game ATC or any other ATC, so we're just going to eyeball this and just try and do a straight-in approach. So when I get onto Sky Vector, so let's have a quick look, gander. Traffic pattern for, let's have a look, let's see what got wind is 10 knots from 46 degrees at the moment according to things, so 46 degrees we're looking at runway 7, so we're going in for 007. That's a left hand pattern, which is good, so we want to go to the east of that. We'll try and set ourselves up for a straighten approach. We're trying to find the elevation and failing miserably. Seems to be quite low, so let's concentrate on what we're doing, shall we? Get our head back in the things. Coming in for landing. Oops. Okay, we're 5,000 feet at the moment. Now, if I had any sense, I'll be opening this up onto 25 foot, 28 foot, so we know what the thing. So we're looking at 1,000 feet. That's for John Wayne. So we need to be going down to 1,000 feet overhead. Still got a little way to go. We've got a mountain ridge, or a ridge of hills in front of us as well, so we've got to be careful of that. It's off to our left somewhere. So let's get a bit of left hand down a bit. Everything's in the green. Still got plenty of fuel. Pitot heat's on. We've got our landing lights up. Coming down. Fair old whack. 3,000. Initially we're looking for about 1,500. So that's 1,000 feet to go, more or less. 2,500. Still right, of course. Wind is still on our left. So we're still looking at 070 for the runway 07. Heading for the thing is 808 true, so I'll take that round to heading to 080, so that's where we're going. So right of track is more or less where we want to be. Descent a little bit. As I say, we've got some hills around, so we don't want to get too low. We're still going to go around a bit. So if we start trimming for this, a little bit of buffeting. So that's the Pacific over there, then a point. Knots. That'll do nicely. A little bit more nose up. It's the only thing I've got against this flight sim really at the moment. Flipping trimming is a bit of a mare, no matter what you're flying. Being off course again. That was interesting. Yes, I agree with that. It's either all or not. It does feel like it's all or nothing. You're trying to make small adjustments and nothing seems to happen, and then all of a sudden you get one great massive jump. Apparently, because of the photogrammetry, the photogrammetry in game, the stream was struggling to process it, so it asked me to put whether I wanted to switch photogrammetry off or not, and I said yes please. So it's there. So we ain't got the photogrammetry, but that's what trimming. If you're on a 6-hour flight, you wouldn't be worried about the trimming, would you? Apart from at the landing phase, and the rest of the time you'd be in autopilot and be trimming for you. When it's in autopilot, it's no problem at all. It's just when you're doing manual trimming. Yes, it's very difficult to do fine trimming. So it seems to be fairly stable at the moment, so we'll have a quick look outside. So we're there. Coming down the highway off the coast, Pacific coast. Oh, right. It didn't really pause the sim. It was just the data stream for the live stream was getting problematic. It was getting too much data basically. The data was getting the data rate was getting too high for the stream, the live stream. So it just cut it. It just saying, do you want to drop the photogrammetry out? So I said yes. That's how I understood it anyway. The only thing you'd be worried about would be the quality of the video quality. So I don't think you'd be worried. I don't think you should be too worried about that. If you were worried about it, just switch photogrammetry off before you started. Fair enough. McGolf Camp Pendleton. That's not where we're going, but it's interesting. See, I know from previous experience running around like this. I mean, this looks it looks absolutely nothing like this in P3D. It's not even close to looking like this in P3D. Oh, we've got our destination up on the map on the right hand side. Let's grab some more. Yep, that's true. But then again, if you're on VATSIM, you shouldn't be cleaning the car, should you? Right, let's get some of this height off. Got about approximately 5 miles to run. It's off to our left here somewhere. Is that it there? There it is. Bob Maxwell. So we're going to be running in 080, which is probably about. So let's get the gear. 3 greens. You'll be able to make comments on my landing now, which are bloody awful. Who Trevor Jacob is, I'd probably be agreeing with you. Right, put flaps down. First notch of flaps. It's a great thing about not worrying about. There we go. Second stage of flaps.
$500.
Okay. Put the nose up trim. Fair bit high by the looks of it. 80, 90 knots, not bad. Still high. See, my problem is I come in a bit too high like this and then I smack it down on the ground. Okay, over the threshold. Ah, quite a decent landing for a change. Just missed that one. Go for the next one. Yeah, I get what you're saying now. No mountains around here though. Well, a few hills. look at that, into the FBO as well. That'll do nicely. Clean up the aircraft. Parking brakes on. Landing lights off, position off, strobes off, pitos off. Let's kill the engines. And there we go. All done. This is also true. So there we go. So we've landed there. So what we need to do now is go back into conduit here, and we've parked the aircraft up, which is nice. We've got to where we're going, park the aircraft up so we can deliver. Takes about approximately 20 seconds to sort all this out. And we've got our money. So we're up to 4,700 quid now, dollars, virtual dollars, and we're at level 3. We're about halfway to level 4. Well, actually 2/3 of the way to level 4. Karma's up to plus 10.5. So if we browse contracts now, where did that go? That's where it went. So we've got all these wonderful things now. All these wonderful possibilities. Let's get rid of those because we know about those. Good job! Excellent. So if we clear those, so we can either pick one of these for another time, or let's see, more or less anywhere. So it's a case of these are all over the place. I mean, these are big aircraft, airliner trips. So we've got going all over the place. Where's that one going to? LJLJ, Slovenia. So you've got ones that coming over here. That was flying from international in Japan to Los Angeles, get articles of lead. So it's more or less it's all over the world. These things. Yeah, thank you very much. It was probably one of my better landings. I'm getting used to it. So these things are all over the world, and you can more or less travel anywhere. So if we come into the UK, for example, let's search this region. So you've got loads of little bits and bobs coming around here. So the higher your level, the higher the better the things. So EGNT. So if we go into Newcastle, we can select the Newcastle and say, right, we want to go from Newcastle. Hit departures. And in a few minutes, let's see, it's got all these sort of things. So we can go from, so we got that one, So that's over up to the Hebrides. Moving COVID-19 vaccines. Off to DDL, that's Dusseldorf, isn't it? DDL? Yeah, Dusseldorf. So unroasted iron pyrites from there to there. EGNT. Off to things. There's more COVID vaccines, EDLE, Eston, over to Canada. So it's all good stuff. So it's nice. So you can fly it with use it for more or less anything. So if you go into if you clear that and go into the filters, so you can go, helicopters, piston aircraft, turbocharged aircraft, bizjet, narrowjet. So if you're going for a 737, it'd be narrowjets, clear sky probably. You'd be looking for probably ferries and tours and or ferries. Search. Okay. So depending on what your filters are, so if we go back to any, so these are mainly cargo stuff. So if you get bored with flying Ryanair, yeah, just pick up start using the cargo version of the 737 and throw some of this stuff around. Yep, no problem. I know. Right, I'll finish off this stream then, and let you get your bath, and I'll talk to you in Discord in about 10-15 minutes. Okay. Well, let's kill this broadcast then. I shall see thee all possibly tomorrow, more than likely next Saturday on the new stream. So